This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Oh my gosh, dude. Cancel. Play. Play. Finally. Go selector. And the selector's not working again. I'm gonna please. Okay. There we go. I don't know what to do about that white border, unfortunately. Okay, cool. Finally. Finally. What I want. Chalk 1, another one for Proton 9.0. Every other Proton just doesn't work for me. It's the only working Proton for me. I don't know, maybe it's just my graphics card being just awful. Like anything that's not 9.0 it just functions worse. Like this isn't fantastic, but it's just worse. Anyway, I shouldn't watch this. I do not have a positive. I don't have a positive feeling about this.
Ryza のアトリエ、常闇の女王と秘密の隠れ家。
I don't have a positive feeling about this. Hey, I'm open-minded though.
空間島っていう
Ordinary
なんてことない島のラーゼンボーデンっていうなんてことない村。
Rosenboden.
そこでなんてことない私は暮らしている。なんてことない日々を変えたいと焦がれながら。
Oh, something interesting happened.
私はライザリン・シュタウト、通称はライザ。なんてことない農家の娘。
A normal daughter of a normal father, in a normal life, in a normal world, in a normal town. How else can I tell you that this is normal? As I drink my normal water, I talk into a normal mic.
So そんな私は今日も京都で屋根裏にある私の部屋で仲間たちと密かな計画を話し合っている。この退屈ななんてことない日々を打ち破る痛快で素晴らしい計画を実現するために。歓喜も迫る青くて深い夏の空は絶好の冒険日和だ。
Perfect day for adventure.
お父さんが毎度麦の気持ちを考えろって言うからつい私麦じゃなくて人間だよって答えて。
I'm a person. Okay.
分かってるよ。 母ちゃんの方に怒鳴られたんだろ。
When your mom ends up yelling at you, right?
ミオさん。
It could be really scary.
そんなことより見てよほら。少しは意味がわかりそうな図入りの本があったんだ。
Diagram.
またせっかく古い本が地下で山積みになってても
しょうがないだろ。ひいじいさんが読み方をじいさんに教える前に死んじゃったんだから。
Tao Morganton. Mongarten.
それでも解読しようと食い下がる執念には感心するよ。おいタオ、せっかくの本が汚れてる。
It's lint. Marslink.
うん。来る途中ボースとランバーに見つかってさ、足を引っ掛けられた弾みで泥の
Are those actual words, or did the developers try to find the most Western names possible?
あいつら威張り散らすだけならまだしもしつこく嫌がらせまで
Like the developers thought, what sounds very Western? Guys, I don't hate those guys. I don't mind them acting all superior. But I'm not okay with them bullying
村
you.
の水源を握る有力者様のお坊ちゃんだからな。
Oh, that guy
村
could-
の奴らはそりゃ誰も逆らえねえよ。
やめこんな話。今日の議題は島の外への
まず自分が農作業の愚痴を言い出したくせに。
怒るライザに触るな。島の外といえば。
そうだね。村中その話で持ちきりだったよ。村の野菜は
外の商人か。私たちも
How is this popular?
その商人の到着を私たちも見に行くのよ。
本当に対岸に渡るの？そんなの聞いてな。
何言ってんのよ。今日の議題は何だった？
ああ、なんか火がついちまったな。
冒険計画なんだから、まずじっくり計画を立て。
Oh my goodness gracious.
船着き場に行ってこっそり小舟を借りて対岸の船着き場の近くで降りる。以上。
諦めろタオ。こうなれ腹をくくって付き合うしかない。
さあだらだら話してる暇も。
Cool. Time for adventure. Oh, it's the
待ちな
cicadas.
さいライザ。またレントとタオを巻き込んでろくでもないことやろうとしてるわね。
It's Mio Stout. That's a word, I believe. That's a name I've heard before.
お母さんまだ何もしてないよ。それじゃあねレントタオも早く。
失礼します。
しま
こーら、たまにはお父さんの農作業手伝いなさい。
Okay, Ryza's room is the foundation of the game, so make sure you learn the features available here. This is where you save and load your progress. You can rest here, which will move time forward into morning, day, dusk, or night. And make sure you prioritize adventuring over sleeping all day. Okay. Photo node has been unlocked. Dude, photo mode is such a narcissistic feature to add in your game. Okay, I guess I can't talk to her. She turns into a ghost. I mean, the game does look pretty good. I wonder how it looks like if I turn on the bloom. Like, I turned it off earlier because it was burning my retinas. It was burning my eyes. I couldn't take it anymore. Maybe when I... it's fine. This is fine. That's alright. I think it was probably the compatibility layer messing up with the colors.
コップねコップねコップねがあれば対岸まではひとっ飛び。
お前な、簡単に言うけど分かってんのか？小舟をこっそり借りるだけでも大変だぞ。
Yeah, how are we supposed to get our hands on a boat? How are these people friends?
そうだよ。特にアガーテ姉さんにだけは絶対に見つからないようにしないと。
守り手の中でも特に私たちにうるさいからね。
ああ、それで構わない。船着き場の方の手配は終わっている。
モリッツさんの指示でやりすぎなくらいにな。大商いは第一印象が大事とかうるさいのなんの。
こんな田舎の村に第一印象もないだろうに。ま、これも来客をもてなす一環
Agatha
か。
Harmon. Goodness gracious.
船着き場がどうこう聞こえたよ。まずいよ。
確かに守り手は村の警備が仕事だし、アガーテ姉さんが船着き場にいるのも当然だな。
Okay. I'm trying to understand the vibe. I think I understand why people like this.
島の外への冒険もいきなり頓挫か。
It's very slice of life-esque. Very low stakes. Very
諦めてなるもんか。こうなったら奥の手を使うしかないわね。
It's like this game feels like the definition of a cozy game, you know what I mean?
奥の手？
Because even the story, the music, and all of that has that cozy feel to
もう
it.
諦めて帰ろうよ。
いや、このまま帰ってもお母さんに怒られるだけだもの。それならせめて冒険しなきゃ私の丸損じゃない。
どういう理屈だよ。
こっちよ二人とも。アガーテ姉さんに見つからないようこっそり急いで。
どこへ行くのさ。
この前家の近くで秘密の船着き場を見つけたの。まさしくこの日のために用意されたような場所よ。
は？ならなんで最初から。
いいから早く。
Interesting. Oh my gosh. Alright. Yar days. No, this game looks good. It has a very strong sense of style and direction. I like that. I love that everything the sun touches is orange and bright, but everything the shadow covers is blue and cool. That constant contrast. Ah, but the bloom is hurting my eyes. I gotta turn it off.
どう？
I gotta turn it
我が
off.
秘密の船着き場はちゃんと小舟もあるでしょ。
ああ、あるにはあるな。随分とボロッチーノだ。なるほど。それで最初からこっちを使わなかったのか。
こんなオンボロで本当に対岸まで渡れるの？途中で沈みそう。
つうかここ、秘密も何もおっさんどもが釣りの時に使ってる場所じゃねえか。
Yeah, but I
だから小
really
舟も
freaking
最低
love.
限のオンボロしかないんだ。
I really freaking love how everything that touches the sun is warm. The blue, and everything that the shadow covers is cool. Like, you don't really notice that, but I love the idea. Well, this one really hammers home the idea that contrast is so important that I don't really notice with a lot of artwork. Instead of focusing on
男二人でグダグダと冒険なのよ、冒険。今行くと決めなきゃ何も始まらないでしょ。
instead of focusing on making whatever the shadow touches cool, like darker, it focuses on making whatever the shadow touches cooler. That makes sense.
まあそりゃそうだ。
It absolutely helps make the characters in the foreground stand out a lot more, along with the compositional choices of the bokeh effect, the blur. Bokeh? Yeah, that's this type of blur, I believe. And the clarity.
僕はそもそもあんまり気が進まない。
まずは対岸に渡るところから冒険は始まるのよ。村の連中が近づかない場所に挑んだり、街道をたどって先の先まで進んだり、みんなが怖がってる街道の西側にも入ったり。
あの辺りは禁足地じゃないか。危ない。
何言ってるのよ。冒険ってのはそういう場所をあえて踏み越えていくもんでしょう。それに北の山の果てに輝いて見えてるあの塔にだって行けたら面白そうじゃない？
Okie
でしょレント。
ああ冒険して強くなって俺の実力を村のやつらに認めさせる。
レントまで燃え上がっちゃった。これは僕も行くしかないのかな。
分かったら行くわよ。大いなる冒険の旅へいざ出発。
I mean, this is a very interesting philosophy of following the protagonist, just like really trying to sell the likableness of the protagonist to get the audience to enjoy, to follow along with whatever she wants to do. Yo, Lewis, what's going on? Have you ever played Shenmue? I haven't. Wait. Shimue? Are you trying to say Shenmue? Shimue. No, I have not played Shenmue. I have not played Shenmue. Man, I expected Sketch to be here by now. Yeah, I expected Sketch to be here, or at least Lamai, because Lamai gifted this game. I'm not having any good feelings about this game so far, to be honest. It doesn't seem like my type of vibe, but I'm doing this because I'm open-minded, you know. I like video games. So far, the what's selling this game a lot is the use of vibrant colors. Is this on PC? Yeah. This game just looks like visual candy.
何のんきなこと言ってんのよ。商人を見に行こうとは言ったけど、
In a good
一番の
way.
目的は違うでしょ。
なんだっけ。
もう島の外への冒険だよ。せっかくなんだから冒険しようよ。
I'm just analyzing the use of composition with these shots, honestly, and how they're trying to not let let the environment overtake the protagonists. If anything, the characters have muted colors compared to the environment.
それもいいけど、守り手の誰かと鉢合わせになって。
There are so many cutscenes,
お母さんにバ
lol.
レ
Or
る可能
maybe
性が。
they're just long. No, it's just long.
あそこから森に入れそうじゃない？
So far, we're following this girl who wants to go on an adventure.
確か小妖精の森とか言った
And she drags her two guy
初めて
friends
の冒険に
along.
はおあつらい向きかもな
Like, I don't know why she wants to go on an adventure. I think she just found something cool. She's like, I want to go on an adventure, and that's about it. Which is, I'm giving this the benefit of the doubt because that's how one of my stories start, with a girl wanting to, like, go on an adventure.
本当に行くの？やだな。
So,
とてもない目に遭うよ。
and I kind of get that the entire allure of that approach is to introduce the mystery of the world, you know? Like seeing the world unravel with the protagonist. That's what they're probably trying to sell.
大丈夫大丈夫。早速冒険だ。
So my thing is like, why should I care? Every time I go into a new story, I think, why should I care? What do I gain as an audience? Or what does the character learn by embarking on this adventure? This feels very much like a cozy game. Like, I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on this. Okay, so this is another thing. Like I said, I really like the colors. The colors are it's just visual candy. And I think you know what that reminds me of? The reason why a lot of children's shows are bright and vibrant like this, because it attracts the eyes of children. The reason why Skittles or Fruit Loops or a lot of like sugary candy
ここが小妖精の
are
森。
vibrant and bright is because it attracts the
村の人
attention
は
of kids.
誰も入らないんだよね。
So this is like, so I guess this on a fundamental level is appealing to me because I like it. Because it hacks something in my mind.
そう怯えるなって
A very primitive part of my
真横だぞ
mind.
どうせ弱い魔物しか出ないさ
冒険の第一歩からそんなじゃ先が思いやられるわね。
And it's not enough to be colorful. I see the direction being strong enough to be everything have cohesion and harmony. And also it's cool to see these characters stand out in an environment like this because the background is completely monotone.
わざわざこんな怖いことやってるの村でも僕らだけなんだろうな。
They have a green fog that pretty much overlays the other colors of the background to help the foreground characters, the protagonists, to stand out a lot more.
これが冒険に挑むってことよ。さあ、いつまでも喋ってないで出発よ。
お
I'm just trying to find things that I do like about this because the story is just the least interesting thing about it to me. Like her friends?
出たわね、魔物。
Her friends are more archetypes than personalities to me. Well, she is like everyone's pretty much an archetype. There's no depth to them. Yet.
本当に魔物だ。
Because you got your
本物の。
you got your jock, you got your friendly jock, you got your friendly nerd, and you got your protagonist girl that people want to pay attention to because she's pretty.
当たり前でしょ。
She takes life off.
嫌ってほど出会うわよ。
She's gonna take the bull by the horns.
一気にやっちゃおう。
LOL, friendly nerd, yeah. If you gotta run to a monster shield, you go into battle. The goal is to defeat all the enemies. Once their HP reach 0, you win. if you have 2 gauges, the top one is your HP, and every party member has HP. If you okay, yeah. I played a video game before. I get it. Okay, this is your turn. Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool.
行くよ。
Interesting. Since you use a normal attack, you gain HP. Your AP is shared amongst all allies in battle. AP will also go up when they attack. Awesome. The other actions may also consume AP, so you use your points wisely. This is a pretty alright soundtrack. I like it. You can raise your tactics level by earning AP, then consuming all of it at once. Instead of consuming all of it at once. Raising your tactics levels will provide a number. I absolutely hate Japanese tutorials. They will just never learn how to like drip feed information as it comes. It's always like text dump. It's always a textbook of information. I just want to play a video game, dog. Alright, tactics level. Raise your tactics level. Alright, what's this? With your tactics level increase, normal attacks can now hit twice. You press B at the right moment to execute your attack. If you reach tactics level 3, you can strike an enemy 3 times in a row. Weehee. Okay, press B to attack the enemy multiple times. Okay. When your tactics level go... Oh my god, dude. I know there's a way to do this better. I'm not saying I hate learning, but I'm gonna forget a lot of this. Okay, pause. Aggressive mode and negative mode. Aggressive mode, other party members will consume AP. Their use of skills. Switch targets. Okay, cool. Copy. Yeah. Okay, negative mode. Okay, so this is... So everybody's doing things by themselves. Okay. It's an interesting, it's an interesting take on, whatchamacallit, a real-time, combat. Sort of real-time. Oh, it is pretty real-time. Is it over? Did we win?
多分
Yeah, it looks that way.
記念すべき初こんなことでへばってたらお話にならないでしょ
Okay. Okay, yeah. Alright. You gotta do the first strike in order for it to count. So it's pick an attack battle game like Pokemon? No. Because imagine if you're playing a Pokemon game and you manage what your Pokemon do in real time. Because you see them, like, they're going to do something despite if I tell them to or not. The only thing that I can direct them to do is if they should preserve their attack points or not. Preserve their attack points by doing magic abilities, or just do basic attacks. That's what it looks like. A very interesting way to go about it. Because right now I'm moving them in aggressive mode. So. Yeah, so in aggressive mode, they're doing more special attacks instead of negative mode, where they're just attacking with their usual abilities. That's interesting. Okay, this is not saving or whatever, alright. I'm like, yeah, this would probably look cool if I was, actually going outside. Honestly, some of this stuff is like, this would be... I'm like, why don't... I'm like, why don't I just, like, go outside? There are some adventure games that are kind of like whatever to the point where I'm like, I'll just go out. I'd rather go out on the walk. Oh, I can move to a different location. Oh, okay, so that's what it does. Okay, so now's my time to attack. So if I put them on aggressive mode. Oh, okay. You just control the travel aspect of the game? I'm confused. You control how they attack. That's what it looks like. I think you're basically the head manager, and you tell them if they should attack normally or attack with magic, or use their special attacks. And you're in charge of like healing them or something. So yeah, see, right now they're in regular attack mode. And see, this guy's just attack with the sword. He's gonna attack with his staff. So if I switch into aggressive mode, that crazy windup for crazy amount of damage, and I can attack like that. And I guess everybody's just waiting. And you see, and what's on the left side, that's the timeline of who attacks next. So it's sort of real time, but not really. It's still turn-based, but you have less time to think about your actions than your traditional JRPG.
ここは森の中にこんな開けた場所があるなんて。
クリント王国の遺跡だよ。村にもいっぱいあるだろ。地上の建物は朽ちてるけど土台だけが残ってるんだ。
It's an interesting idea.
それほど大きくはないね。
It's for a very specific audience, right? So I'm not gonna knock that. Though everything that I'm knocking right now is just the execution. Like, I can tell that this is made specifically for an audience who loves slice of life stories, who want low stakes. Or they just love looking at appealing characters. Hey, Sketch. Oh my gosh, we're gonna. I don't know if we're gonna play this. I should have downloaded ReFantasia. I'm not gonna lie. After I. This might be a short stream, but because I might want to like give this back. Those thighs are crazy. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Already talking about changing game development for you. Yeah, it's like the game. It looks. It's visually pretty, but it doesn't have anything that makes me want to stick with a game. You know. Custom tutorial. No. I don't care. Don't care. She will sleep like a she will sleep like a 20-year-old college kid that just moved out of his parents' house. She will only have a mattress on the floor. That's how she's gonna live. Like a 20-year-old fresh out of like moving out of his parents' house. She's only going to have like a single mattress in the corner of her room. I don't care. Hey Lamai, I felt like this wasn't gonna be your type of game. Hey Lamai, what's so great about this game? That's the first thing. That's first things first. What do you find appealing about this game?
ライザが先頭でいいんだよね。僕は後ろからくっついていくから。
Steam gives you like 2 or 3 hours before you can't refund them. It's like If it goes past 3 hours, then like no, then it's a no-go. I mean 2 hours, then it's a no-go. So why did you gifted this game, Lamai? I'm interested. I'm playing this because I'm open-minded. I'm also going to be able to be here for like 30 or so minutes. Maybe more hours a day. Oh, jeez. I guess it is gonna be a short one.
襲われてる子を見て放っておけないじゃない。行くしかないわよ。
Simple coming of age story with hope.
助けを求める女の子を守って戦うか。冒険の出だしとしちゃ上出来だぜ。
Not a bad way to start an adventure.
気をつけて。そこ。
I don't hate coming of age stories. I don't think I'm asking for anything to be complex either. Coming of age stories, these characters look like they're already in their late 20s, early 30s. Yeah. The intro didn't really grip me. I mean, I'm still technically in the intro phase, but the concept of this isn't really gripping me. It feels like it's writing to an audience. So far, this feels like this is writing to an audience that already knows what an Atelier... how do you even pronounce this series? Atelier games function. So they can be as fast or as slow as possible, as they feel like they can, because they know what the audience is expecting from them. But to a newcomer like me, I'm like, I'm thinking, what am I getting out of this? Does it say anything? I hate the phrase, does it say anything new or interesting? Because there's nothing that someone can say that is new, but they can always say something that is interesting. Well, that makes sense. There's like a million of these games. Yeah. So I'm not expecting for this game to say anything new, but I'm trying to see what is so interesting about this game.
もう本当勘弁してよ。
あなた大丈夫？怪我とかしてない？
助けてくれてどうもありがとう。森で迷ってたらさっきの魔物に。
I mean, I'm not gonna hate on this game because I am fully aware of the concept of a target audience and how this series cultivated a formula that people will expect and they will enjoy. That can be alienating to people who are not really of this position, of this kind of story, or this type of form or technique of telling it. Because with the amount of cutscenes that it have, it really wants to be a story first.
そう慌てるなよ。にしても初めてなのに俺たちなかなかうまくやってるんじゃないか。
The gameplay is interesting though.
女の子の危機を助けて帰還。レントじゃないけど、まずまずの成果よね。
Like, I'm not really compelled. Like, another thing that I noted very early on, when you guys weren't here, is that these characters don't feel like characters to me. So, like, immediately, like I just see jock guy, nerd guy, manic pixie dream girl, that the protagonist, that the player wants to be wants to be intimate with. They feel like anime characters. No. I'm not gonna say they feel like anime characters as if that means anything. Use your words. Be verbose. The cutscenes will slow down. And you know what sucks? It's like they're using cutscenes and they... I'm not gonna say that it tells nothing about the character. Okay, yeah, this... it doesn't mean anything, but it means everything.
私はライザリンシュタウト。ライザでいいよ。あっちはレントとタオね。
I'm Ryza stuff. Okay, yeah.
適当な紹介だな。別にいいけどさ。
私はクラウディア・バレンツ。旅の商人をしてるお父さんについて。
Is it like one of those stories? Is it one of those stories where she thinks she needs adventure, but what she really needs is order? You are still in the tutorial. I hate Japanese tutorial stages.
もしかしてそのお父さんって村にやってくるっていう噂の商人さんだったり？
かもな。ところでさ、さっきから大事そうに抱えてるそれ、何なんだ？
I know Lewis earlier said like this game looks mid, and I'm like I cannot agree that this game looks mid, because I'm pretty sure if I was an Atelier fan, this game would probably be a 10 out of 10, because it's probably going to be a good Atelier fit game.
これは
言いたくないなら別にいいよ。レントってば無神経だから。
And I think the best way for me to get into a series like this is to play a game that is not like this.
お前な。
You know, storytelling wise.
前。
She wants adventure but grows up and finds her place. Yeah. That's that's what I'm doing.
厳しいんじゃない？
Right? That's a pretty basic one.
今だ。 今だ。
Oh wow, I'm dead. That's crazy. Aggressive mode. Avenge me, kids.
しまった。
Well. Yeah. I'm supposed
こ
to
っちの
lose.
攻撃が効い
Okay.
てない。
ダメだ。逃げようよ。
That's what I suspected. That's where this narrative is going.
そうは言ってもその逃げ道にこいつがいるんじゃない。一体どうすれば。
Like, that's not a bad thing. Because I use that narrative in Chimera Island. That's like the entire
い
point.
ざとなったら俺
Seriously,
が
I
食い止
hope
め
that
る。
she
その
like
先
the
に
music did.
なんとか横をすり抜けて逃げろ。
そんなことできないよ。
確かにお前程度の腕では食い止めることすらできそうにないな。
I feel like
目
since
をつぶれ。
her motivation
誰？
is taking a while for us to immediately be hooked on it. It would like the surrounding characters, the supporting characters will have to pick up on the slack of the main character.
嘘、魔物が。
Okay, so new characters. Will they pick up on the slack?
強い魔物が。ほんの一瞬で。
Because like so far her jock friend and her nerd friend are not interesting either.
これが強い。そう思える程度の腕でよくこんなところに入ってきたな。呆れた奴らだ。
An interesting angle, okay.
それよりさっきのドカンってなったの。あれ、あなたがやったんだよね。
あれは錬金術だ。まあ簡単
Power
な
of
ものだ。
alchemy.
錬金術？
That what is that? What is that design? What is I don't like I don't like her outfit. I don't know. I don't like her outfit. I think it's just a repurposed gimp suit. That is wild. That is Buddy, bro, give her your give her your cape.
アンペル、悠長に話
That
して
is
る場合じゃ
wild.
ないだろう。
That is wild.
標的をお任せする
That's
はず
a...
船着き場に戻ろう。
I like that. Yeah. Homeboy got a cape on, like Batman. Well, she's like, she's damn near an exhibitionist. Like, come on, dude.
お前たち、話は後だ。まず森を出るぞ。
Like, leave some to the imagination, dear. Goodness gracious.
わかった。こうなったら俺たちも船着き場に行くしかないか。
錬金術、あんなすごいの初めて見た。
I never heard of something so amazing.
なんだろう、冒険のこと考えるの
What
同
are
じくらい
we focusing on?
すごく胸がドキドキしてる。
Got the Ryza crotch shot. I appreciate that. Let's move on.
島から近いのに植生が島と全然違うんだよね。なんでだろう。
Okay, let me see if I can run. Flower ring, awesome. Oh, I can't. Okay, here we go. An interesting cutscene.
ここにもこの花が咲いているのか。
Flowers grow here too, huh?
ああ、ありがたいな。
Okay, look at we do. Hopefully these mysterious
こ
people
の
will
花がどう
pick
か
up
したんですか？
would
こ
pick
い
up
つは
the interest.
魔物の嫌がる香りを出すんだ。花の周囲にいれば。
つまり、ここなら気軽に休息でき
In
る
other
というわけ。
words, this is a safe state. A safe place. Yeah. I played video games before. I feel like they make these tutorials long so you won't refund them. Wait, give me a second. Ooh, okay. Okay, we'll give this another 30 minutes. I'm still on the airing the caution of refunding. Giving it back to you so it can be refunded. So far it's not making its case. It's not making its case.
お前たち悪ガキ3人組はどこまで人様に迷惑をかけたら気が済むんだ。
ごめんなさい。
ライザたちを怒らないであげてください。
The colors are
3人
really
が来て
good.
くれなかったら私は魔物に。
そうだな。私たちは駆けつけるのが一歩遅かった。捜索を頼まれておきながら不甲斐ない話だ。
でもすごく強い魔物から私たち全員を助けてくれたのもお二人ですよ。
そうなんだよ、アガーテ姉さん。ドカーンってすごかったんだから。
まあ良いではありませんか、アガーテさん。結果
お父さん。
ルベルトさん、しかし。
改めてアンペルさんとリラさん、それにライザ君だった。
So are these last names like real
このジャジャーマ
surnames?
娘を助けてくれてありがとう。時折ふらりと対象を離れる悪い癖があってね。
Yeah, so are these last names real surnames, or is it another instance where the developers try to make up Western sounding names?
ごめんなさい、お父さん。
Western sounding
甘いやし
sounds.
ない。ここまで馬車に乗せてもらったお返しだ。
探索と救助の報酬もベッドで受け取っているしな。
Impel Volmer. Lila
あなたた
Discurious.
ちも村に用事が。
So you're traveling to the village.
私たちはクリント王国の遺跡調査をしていてね。
Okay.
この辺りでは空間島が有名だと聞いたんだが。
Didn't
確か
check.
に空間島にはその手の遺跡があちこちに残っているな。村の中にもある。
噂通りか。しばらく滞在させてもらえると助かるんだが。
無理ならこの近辺で野宿す
I
るだけだ。
really like
いや、
the
うちの村
environmental
の大事な
colors.
客人を助けてくれたんだ。
This game
そりゃ国
really
扱う
loves
つ
to
もり
play
は
with
ない。
it.
それなりのもてなしをしよう。
That's another cool thing that I like about this game.
大人の話ってなんでこういちいち回りくどいんだろうね。
Like, the only thing that I have to say about this game so far is the visual presentation.
旅先でもみんなこんな
That's
感
just
じだよ。
honestly it
世間体って言うんだって。
so far.
ライザ、お前は後で説教を追加だ。ミオさん同伴でな。
早速友達ができたようでよかった。短い間かもしれないが、娘と仲良くしてやってくれ。
はあ。
それでは村へご案内します。アンペルさんたちもご同行ください。
Was I this critical when it came to playing Persona 5 for the first time? No, because like the beginning of Persona 5, it was pretty good. It was gripping. It caught my attention pretty early on.
ようこそラーゼンボーデン村へ。
Oh, hey, can you imagine who's the villain here?
モリッツ・ブルメンです。
Like, can you
わからない
spot
こ
the
と
villain?
困ったことがあれば何なりとこのモリッツにご相談を。
Oh my gosh, you can even
よろ
hear
しくモリッツさん。互いに良い商売ができるよう取り計らっていただきたい。
you could hear thunder behind every laugh.
このモリッツにお任せを。我が村の空間フルーツを商いたいとのことですが。現在市場にほんのわずか出回っているものが中央では好評でして、ここでは空間フルーツと呼んでいるのですが、中央ではリュコの実と呼ばれています。なんせこの空間島独自の作物です
The
か
game is
ら。
not that on the
リュコの実
nose.
も商品名としては悪くない雅な響きですが、それにしても中央は首都アスラームバートですか。まさかそんなことになっていたとは。私
Oh,
は
dang it.
その空間フルーツを流通させるルート作りにやってきたのです。しばらくの間ご厄介になります。どうです。私が提案した結果、この正気到来、互いに力を尽くし良い結果につなげましょうぞ。歓迎の宴を準備してあります。どうぞこちらへ。私がご案内いたしましょう。
Holy crap, why do I care?
あのお父さんと話してる声の大きな人が村長さん？
村長さんではないけど、人のいるところに口も手も出してくるやたら偉そうなおじさんだよ。
村長じゃないのに偉そう。もしかして
お金もだけ
Or
ど、どっ
something.
ちかというと
He has money, more importantly, he has
島の高台にお屋敷があっ
only water
て、
source.
そのこんな田舎の島だと
Probably.
水を持ってる人が一番偉いんだよ。
Important for us boony people.
田舎だなんてすごく綺麗な島だよ。
そうありがとう。これからよろしくね、クラウディア。
こちらこそライザ。
Okay. Wanna be friends? When was the last time you asked somebody if they wanted to be friends? That's something I only hear. I used to hear, like, like absolute like single-digit children say, and just autistic people on the internet, or just children on the internet. Back in my early years. Let's be friends. It's kind of funny now if somebody if somebody wanted to be friends and just said, "Hey, let's be friends," I'm like, "No, I don't know you. Get away from me. What do you want?"
そりゃそうだよ。主賓の娘さんなんだから。
また会う約束はしたんだからいいじゃない。
俺たちがひどい目にあった。新しい友達ができた。初めての冒険の収支はトントンってとこかな。
黒字だよ。大黒字。
何？そんなにクラウディアと友達になれたのが嬉しかったの？
まあ、ここじゃ俺らくらいの年の女の子ほとんどいないしな。
If the protagonist was a guy, then we would like that person. I had a really funny thought. I thought like if the protagonist was a guy, like we would have gone through the entire adventure and we wouldn't even exchange our names once. We wouldn't even exchange our names. Not even once.
もちろんそれもすごく大きいけど。
よう、ライザとその他おまけども。
And Ryza's lackeys.
ポーズ。
That's a pretty apt description.
誰が
of them.
おまけだ、誰が。
No, you guys are. That's a pretty apt description. It's Boss, the ever elusive character that we've been talking about for a while. And whoever that guy is who looks like a Pokemon trainer.
島を出た途端魔物にやられて流れ物に助けられるような恥さらしが一人前に反論か？
なんでそれを？
守り手たちがみんな船着き場でぼやいてんだよ。身の程知らずのバカガキどもがいい迷惑だってな。
痛い目を見てもまだそんな反抗的な態度か。反省もしてなさそうだな、ライザ。いい加減部をわきまえてこそこそ道の端でも歩くよう心がけるんだな。
どけよ。俺たちはこれからモリッツさんの歓迎の宴に出席するんだ。おとなしくしてりゃいいのに。わざわざ島を出たりするから村中に恥をさらすことになんだよ。
ライザ。
つったってねえで帰ろうぜ。
Like the environment.
今日はもう解散だな。
Very interesting. Taking the first step, updated. Okay. So everything is centered around that thing over there. Pretty nice. Some nice looking buildings. Kind of feels like a mobile game. I know. Actually, that doesn't mean anything anymore. Technology have came a long way. Technology have came a long way. It's very simple. That's what I mean to say. Honestly, the fact that mobile games are looking really cool to the point that it's the developers make something that is intentional for a small screen, to the point that it's paramount to have visual clarity at all times. That is something that is completely lost. I wonder if there's like any IK. No, there's no. There's like that concept of like IK of where foot placement is something about IK, something about foot placement. I was just checking that out. But yeah. But now where games are trying to be high fidelity, they lose that visual clarity. Like if you try to play God of War Ragnarok on like a 5-inch screen.
島の外に出るってそんなに悪いことなのかな。
They're so awful to want to leave the island
そ
behind.
りゃ今の私はなんてことない私だけど、まず最初の一歩を踏み出さなきゃどんな遠くにも行けないと思うんだけどな。はあ。
ライザー、またレントとタオが来てるわよ。
ん？
お邪魔します。
いつもすいません。ミオさん、今日も綺麗ですね。
ライザ、ニュース持ってきたよ。
I mean, I like what I do like about this beyond the story. I can only like this right now because I am drawing a lot of parallels to Chimera Island, like my own story. So if I feel like playing this, because I don't feel like this is a good stream game, but honestly, these kinds of streams, playing these kinds of games is like, it hinges off of my commentary on it, because I get what's going on with her trying to debate, because that's where, like what you said, the coming to age of her wanting to leave the island, and when she, at the end of the story, she finally understands that her home is where she really needs to be.
ニュース？
And I play with that idea with a lot, but it's kind of interesting seeing like the parallels, and I would see where the story goes to have something to bounce off of with my own. But I'm just solely curious about it through a plot point standpoint of like and how they do it. So far the characters are like the least interesting aspect of it, but seeing how the characters get to that conclusion is more important to me, if that makes sense.
古い本の図画ってのはどうでもいいわよ。
本当に落ち込んでんだな。
Wow, you really are.
違う。そういう僕の大ニュースじゃなくて、あの二人、アンペルさんとリラさんだよ。
あの二人が旧市街に家を借りたんだとさ。場所聞いてきたから一緒に行ってみようぜ。
錬金術とか言ったっけ？興味あるんでしょ？
I mean, for me personally, if that was like so far, the only thing that's making me interested in this game, unfortunately, is not the gameplay. Unfortunately, what's making me interested in this game is getting the same exact experience of watching someone else play it.
錬金術。何グズグズしてんの？行くわよ二人とも。
まったく元気になったと思ったらすぐこれだ。
Or better yet, just hear other people talk about it.
ま、部屋でボケっとしてるよりはいいだろう。
話によれば防電地区から旧市街に入ったら左手の方らしいよ。
The initial dash item set. It has been added. Put them in the container. Wind shoes. Is it one of those games where if you... Oh no, I can't equip it. It's not one of those games. Where you get dripped out. That changes your player model. The more dripped out you are.
Ryza, どこに行くつもりだい？
お母さん。
今日は畑を手伝うって約束しただろう？お父さんが待ってるんだから早く支度をし。
Who's that guy?
まあまあ母さん、そう怒鳴らなくてもライザには聞こえているよ。
Arl Stout。
あなたがそうやって甘やか。
私、今日は大事な用事があったりなかったりなんだけど。
ああ、やることはたくさんあるぞ。まずは水汲みに畑の水やりからだね。
No, okay, I don't see it. The character model, they do
まずは
not
って
get
とこ
dripped
から重
out,
労働なんだよ。
unfortunately.
今日一日くらい畑も頑張ってくれるんじゃ。
ライザ、畑は生き物なんだよ。お前は一日飲まず食わずで頑張れるのかい？
そりゃそうだけど。
お前には何より真剣に畑と向き合う心が足りない。向き合って耳を傾けると。
He doesn't look like he belongs in this world. I don't know. I think it's just like the shadows on his face. It feels like he should be in a Shin Megami Tensei, in a Megami Tensei game.
そこの草むしりをして。あの畝が壊れてるよ。
Almost. But the eyes aren't there.
たくさん聞こえてくるだろう。その声に応えて畑仕事をしていると、やがて自分が畑の一部になったようだ。
あなた。どうしたじゃないよ。またライザに逃げられて。まったく。どうしていつもああなんだろうね。
まあ、あの年頃の子には畑仕事は退屈かもしれん。
ごめんね、お父さん。私はまだ当分、その境地にたどり着けそうにないのよ。
Sorry, Dad. I ain't gonna work on the farm. The farm's gonna die. I gotta go adventuring. Oh my, why didn't they start off like this? You should have been like this an hour ago. It's a new day, it's time for her to start working on the farm, but she's like, oh man, there's something more interesting happening. Like, immediately hooked on the character, being like, okay, there's something that she is more, that shows me, that tells me that she has priorities. She needs to do other things, but she prioritizes she prioritizes novelty over responsibility. And that love for her novelty is what almost gets her killed. Her and her friends killed.
ここで間違いないな。
And because of her friends being essentially doormats, they don't fault, like, they are shown that, like, they are at fault for allowing her, or just allowing themselves to do her bidding.
なんでレントがドキドキしてんのよ。
ライザだけじゃなく、僕らにも期するものってのがあるんだよ。
タオにも？まあいいか。ごめんください。
空いているぞ。 勝手に入ってこい。
お邪魔します。
3人揃ってお
Oh,
り
it's
ました。
them again.
こっちはちょうど
Oh my gosh.
最低限住める程度に片付けたところだ。
Hey, the woman needs a different outfit. Holy crap, dude.
こういう作業は面倒くさい。
I'm not built for this kind of mental labor.
そう言うな。
It's better
野宿は
than
好きじゃ
camping
ないんだ。
outdoors, wouldn't you agree?
で、そちらは
So, do you have some kind of business with us?
お願いします。どうか。
They also come to their own. I'm sure they do. The introduction is just bad. The first hour is just grueling.
リラさん、あの魔物を倒した時のような実践的な戦い方を。
クリント王国の遺跡調査をしてると聞きました。それならこの本を読めるんじゃありませんか。
私に錬金術を教えてください。
どっから答えるかな。あいにくだが、私たちはそこまで暇じゃ。
どうしたアンペル。
お前さん、この本どこで手に入れた？
どこって地下の書庫に。まさか本当にこれ読めるんですか？
まあな。リラ、ここは当たりかもしれん。
そうか。そこのお前、この近辺の案内ができるなら。
本当ですか？やった！やります！何でも頑張ります！あとはそっちのジョーちゃんだが。
Info needs to be cut. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, the first 30 minutes of this game just needed to be cut. It should have started here. Like some part of the 30 minutes was alright. Because within the first 30 minutes of the introduction of these guys, the two of these purple people, it's good. It has a good setup, good payoff. What kicks off the inciting incident needs to be better, honestly.
錬金術か。俺ばかりは教えてどうなるわけでもないからな。
私も頑張ります。どんなことだって。
まあ待て。錬金術は他の技能と同じように、いや、他よりも如実に素質の有無が
I
成
mean,
否
the
に
plot is absolutely pushing forward.
簡単に言えば、
I just still don't
いく
care
ら
about
努
any
力をして
character
も
yet.
素質がなければどうにもならないってことだ。
そんな。
だが逆に言えば、素質さえあれば当たり前にできる。それを確かめて、もし見込みがあるなら。
教えてくれるんですね。
ああ。だが、素質があればだぞ。お前さんが見込みありなら、私も助かる。
Dude, like, I know for the majority of people who play this, they see the attractive protagonist and they are just 100% down with literally anything. But that's just not gonna work with me.
まずは、そうだな。
Like, these characters are
初歩的なこと
like
から教えるか。
boards
錬金術というのは、
with no
無
edge.
より有を生み出す術だ。なあ、タオ。どういうことかわかるか？
さっぱり。というか、僕は錬金術より早く本の読み方を教えてほしいんだけどな。
Okay, he's dropping down the philosophy of
やは
alchemy,
り、
huh?
いきなり理屈だけ説明しても無理か。
いっそ調合からやらせよう。どう見てもこいつは体で理解する。
そうだな。どのみち素質を確かめる必要がある。
はい、ライザリンシュタウト。ライザです。
よし、ライザー。これから私の言う材料を取ってくるんだ。船着き場の近くの森にあったはずだ。
船着き場の近く。魔石の森かな。わかりました。
取ってくるのは七思想だ。錬金術の基本は採取と調合。まずはその一つ、採取からだ。
わかりました。やってみせます。
すぐそばの森での採取だぞ。そんな気張るな。
わかりました。
No,
やってみ
stop.
いい
No,
え、
that's
そ
not
れ
what I
でも
wanted to do.
私の第一歩なので。
ああ、そうだ。そこの小さいの。ちょっと確認したいことがあるんだが、いいか？
We can break this up. Can we break this up real quick? Can we just end? Oh.
でかいの、お前には私からだ。
はい、何でしょうか？それじゃあ、
Goodness
七
gracious.
思想の採取、頼んだぞ。
I just want them to read. The female assistant is just so distracting. Alright, let's get some nameless grass. I hate her design so much. Like, I hate her design so much.
まだ恥ずかしげもなく3人でうろついてるのか。
今度はお揃いでどこにお出かけだ？古城の飛竜か乾きの悪魔でも退治に行くのか？
魔石の森よ。
近所で冒険ごっこでもするのか。対岸でひどい目にあってさすがに懲りたか。
I think I hate it so much because if they wanted a character with like TNA, that's cool, but can you put them at least in clothing that isn't just straight up gimp wear? That's like the tightest suit of that like imaginable. She's basically wearing body paint. Like, can you just drip her out in clothing that would is it's something that looks cool. Like it just feels like the artist, the designer was horny. And now we're all subject to
もう
it.
構ってやる暇はないんだから。行こう。
じゃあな、竜や悪魔はお前らに任せるぜ。
Like everyone else's fit is okay.
本格的にいじけちまったんすかね。
Like the jock's crop top is questionable, but sure, I guess. It's like but it's still passable. I think it's still passable. Cause men wearing crop tops, it's not normal. It was normalized at a time, I believe, in the 90s. They like guys just don't do it anymore. Well, heterosexual guys don't do it anymore. It is just her, yeah. It's just it's and that's the most weird thing about it too. It's just her. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, this is okay." Like what about that is okay to you guys? Like chill out. Yeah, put a robe around her at least, guys. Come on. Even the characters from a tribe don't even dress like that.
何度も遊んで見慣れた場所だけど、目的を持って眺めるとまた違う感じがするわね。
I have not heard it sound like this in a while. Goodness gracious. I absolutely need a, I need to get my money up for a better PC.
採集だっけか。どんなものを取るのかちゃんと覚えてるよな。
もしかして私のことバカにしてる？
ライザは勢い優先で足元がおろそかってのがよくあるパターンだからな。なあタオ。
まあね、大丈夫そうならもういいかな。僕アンペルさんから聞かれたことを調べに家に戻るよ。
実は俺もリラさんとの戦闘訓練の準備があんだよな。ここなら危なくないし、ライザだけでもやれるだろ。
Ryza short shorts are crazy too.
二人とも張り切っちゃってまあ。
それじゃあ頑張ってね。
Her gigantic boots is like really selling her like her fit.
さーて、それじゃあ取りまくるわよ。
Yep. Just gathering. The cozy time. This is an offshoot of Harvestella.
Yeah!
Nameless grass, yep.
Yeah! Yeah!よし、これくらいやればいいかな。多分早速アンペルさんのとこに戻ろう。
Can I fast travel? Okay, I show up.
初めての採取は。
楽しかったです。今まで気づかなかっただけで、そこら中に面白いものがあるんだなって。
なるほど、面白いものか。それを感じられるなら、あるいは。
I remember. This is really making me feel like I remember that one developer conspiracy going like the reason why tutorials are this long is so you won't be able to refund it. You won't be able to refund it.
いや、もったいぶってもしょうがない。早速ライザの錬金術師としての素質を試してみよ
う。This is what it feels like to me.
まずは私のやることを見ていよ
う。Tutorial should be like 30 minutes long. At most. Like max. Or you can do the Persona 5 route and just drip feed more mechanics as you play. Get hooked on the main gameplay loop and then drip feed more mechanics as you go. I guess that's more of the Crimson Desert route, but like 2 hours of tutorial and still being in the tutorial phase, that's nuts. Prepared some water for you to use new connected machine. Those recipes will tell you exactly how many of each materials you need for a synthesis. Green supplement requires at least 3 materials in total. Adding the nameless grass, water did the trick. Finally, you need to mix the cauldron to begin the actual synthesis. Green supplement.
七思想と水を使ってこの中和剤が出来上がるというわけだ。
いきなり？今見たばかりですよ。
この程度なら見よう見まねでできる。素質さえあればな。
If you got the talent.
それじゃあ、よーし、これも、これが私の第一歩なんだ。 何作っちゃおうかな。
Okay. Alright, we just add the green supplement. Red is fire, blue is ice is blue, bolt is yellow, air is green. Add materials to the same elements loop. Adds power, elemental value.
さあ、何を入れよう。
Using nameless grass, the air element increases the material loops. Increasing the element value can unlock extra benefits like new. Yeah.
さあ、何を入れよう。おお、いい感じかも。
Okay, got it.
何を入れるのがいいかな。いいもの、これでいいかな。さあ、どうだ。できた、バッチリ。
I made green supplement. Whoa.
少しは成長できたみたい。
Check that out.
どうでしょう。これでいいのかな。
Not bad for a first timer.
こっちも当たり。いや、こっちこそ本当に当たりか。
それってつまり。
素質あり、合格だ。お前さんは錬金術師になれる。いや、もうすでに錬金術師だ。駆け出しではあるがな。
やったー。これからよろしくお願いします、先生。
残念だが先生にはなれない。私はお前さんに教えられることがほとんどないんだ。
え、どういうことですか？
私は怪我で腕を悪くしていてな。初歩ならともかく繊細さを要求される高度な調合は行えないんだ。そう落ち込むな。素質のある人間なら経験を積んでゆけばいくらでも調合のレシピをひらめくさ。
本当ですか？
ああ、とにかく今は数をこなせ。何度も調合して慣れればそのうちお前さん自身の錬金術も見出せるだろう。
私自身の
My own style of alchemy.
私も先生は無理だが助言者くらいなら務まる。だから気軽に頼れ。敬語もなしでいい。
わかりました。じゃなくて、わかった。改めてこれからよろしく、アンペルさん。
そうだ、この本を渡そう。錬金術の基礎の基礎といったものだがいくつかのレシピが載っている。
いいの？ありがとう。
私にはもういらない本だから気にするな。それより載っているものを片っ端から試して調合になれるんだ。それを一通り調合し終えたら次はそこいらの本でレシピがひらめくか試してみろ。
There's really not much I can say about this,
調
dude.
合のレシピを？
専門書以外の本も錬金術師の視点で見ることによりレシピをひらめくことがある。いわば発想の訓練だな。
It just reminds me of
何の変
like
哲
hold
もな
on.
いものでも見方を変え独自な作り方を体得すればそれはもう錬金術なんだ。この村にも本を売っている店の一つくらいあるだろう。
あるよ。
Let me find
ボー
it.
デン地区にフレッサさんの雑貨屋が。多分本もちょっとは売ってると思う。
ならそこで適当な本を買って目を通してみるといい。思いもしない何かがひらめくかもしれんぞ。
わかった、やってみる。まずはもらった本を家で読んでみてからだけど。
Are they still talking? Finally. Alright. Oh my gosh. 2 hours of playtime? Alright. In under 14 days. When did you get... You didn't gift me this within 14 days, did you? I don't think it has been 2 weeks yet. Has it? Because I'm like, maybe this is something that I would play on my free time, but I'm like, this would be at the very bottom of my list, unfortunately, if I did. I think it's what it comes down to, really, is games with a really crazy, like a really slow start. It is fine. What do you mean by that? Like, I think what it comes down to is like a game like this, like having very slow starts. Like it's a novel. Have you tried Ni no Kuni? I've heard a lot of good things about Ni no Kuni, but I haven't played it. I remember my brother really liked it though. Was that like was Ni no Kuni like a Studio Ghibli production, or was it just a Studio Ghibli inspired production?
Yo, 来たぜ。わざわざ呼び出してな。
レント君、タオ君、我がアトリエにようこそ。
は？
アトリエってどういう？あ、何このでかい鍋。
Man, Ni no Kuni,
アン
that's
ペルさ
like
んに錬金術師として最初にやるべきことをいろいろと教わったんだ。
that's a throwback to the good old PS3 days.
それがこの鍋？こんなのどっから持ってきたのさ。
鍋じゃなくて。
Yeah, yes, it is.
まあ家にあった鍋だけど。
Production. Okay.
錬金がまず何よりも。
I remember it was like somewhat of a big. I remember it was like a big deal when it came out.
そのアトリエってのは何なんだよ。
Because everybody was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean Studio Ghibli's making video games?"
錬金術の研究室よ。これからここでバリバリ調合しまくるの。
なるほど。要するに錬金術師っぽいこと始めたと。
二人とも反応薄くない？
I don't
もう
remember.
少しこう
You wanna know
感動
what's
とか感心
crazy?
とかないかな。
I went to the Studio Ghibli Museum in Japan, but I don't remember seeing anything Ni no Kuni related. It was just about their films. I may have glossed over it. I just don't remember seeing it though.
俺たちも俺たちで忙しくなってんの。そういうテンションに付き合う余裕もねえんだよ。
そうそう。僕もアンペルさんに本の読み方の処方を教わってるんだ。
よーし、まずはアンペルさんからもらった本に書いてあったものを一通り全部作ってみよう。材料はこれくらいなら家の周りでも取れそうな気がするな。探してみるか。
Wait, let me check something. $99 minutes, huh? Nah, I guess nah. Sorry. Sorry, I can't do this. I gave it a shot. I gave it a shot, dude. I can't do this. It just isn't my game. If I was I think what ultimately just killed this thing for me is I know that that they partnered with the same studio that made Dark Cloud for the gameplay section. Dark Cloud, what's that? Let me check that. Oh, for the PlayStation 2? Huh. $64 to buy like new? Are you serious? Thanks, Level 5. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. Ah, shoot. Good game. Sorry, Doug. I gave it a shot. I'll send this back to you for a refund. This is just not really my cup of tea. I don't think it's the problem. It is okay, yeah. I don't think it's a problem with the gameplay. It's just a lot of the things that it's really making it difficult for newcomers like me to get into it. The overall style and the presentation of the well, I won't say presentation, but the introduction of the characters, of the world, of the dilemmas, of what the writers want the characters to know, want the audience to know about the characters or the world or the dilemmas. It's just presented in such a way that doesn't get me to immediately care about these characters that are bland, or a world that is bland. Because I'm like, why should I care about any of these guys? Or I should stop asking, like, why should I? They don't immediately spark anything, an emotion within me that makes me feel like I need to know more about this guy. None of these characters spark any emotion within me that makes me feel like I need to know more about a girl that wants to learn for adventure, a guy that wants to get stronger, and a boy that wants to know more, you know? It doesn't answer those questions of how can their transformations transform me as a person? And you can't really do that within, and I'm not asking for them to do that within 90 minutes, within the first 2 hours of the game, but at least put them on a journey, let them have a goal that makes me see myself in them, other than being led by a girl that wants to that walks headfirst into danger, and they're like, okay, we like you for some reason. Also, I don't even know why they like each other. That's like why are they together? Like, they don't bounce off of each other like real people do, like real friends. She just says, I want to do this, and they're like, I don't know, but okay. How do I exit? How do I leave? Up. Confirm. Up. Yeah. Like, none of these characters elicit an emotion any emotion that's like, yeah, I want them to learn more. I want them to go into the next step of being characters. It's unfortunate because all these characters, they look cool. I'm trying to figure out, how do I do this? How do I know I did it with. I know I did this with Sketch. Yeah, but I want your to. I'm sorry. It's just this game is just not really for me. These characters don't elicit anything with me. The world is beautiful. The art is great. The preposition of all that stuff, it's interesting, but when I'm not actually engaging with the gameplay, all I have is these characters, these dolls talking to each other with dialogue that's not witty, that's not engaging, that doesn't tell me more about what they believe. It tells me more about what they're doing more than what they believe, if that makes sense. And I noticed that with a lot of anime, with a lot of like anime kind of Japanese RPG games, where characters describe what they're doing more than why, instead of them trying to figure out why they're doing what they're doing. And that just caused me to like that made me like gloss over a lot of the dialogue. And I'm like, you guys aren't talking like real people. You guys, well, I don't think. Well, that's not what I want. I don't want to like listen to real people because I want to listen to people trying to figure out the world and themselves as the audience, as the world or themselves as the audience are figuring out the world and the characters that they are watching, that they are trying to learn from or gain in like value or gain value from. And I think it's just a way that a lot of stories like this they take advantage of, is that the audience is that the audience will be okay with an utter with a way of exposition that wastes the audience's time, or just exposition that sells the illusion that these characters are real because they talk. And that's not me saying that I'm looking for quips. I'm looking for snappy dialogue. I'm looking for the like Marvel movie writing, which is in of itself bad, right? But I say that as a joke. I'm looking for what I can latch onto with these characters, and when I want to listen to them, they don't say anything that I can relate to myself, or I can relate to something that I want to learn more about. Like the closest thing that the game got to it was one line of dialogue that lines of dialogue that explains farming. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Like when the dad says farming is like an extent, a farm is a living organism. You can't just leave it alone for one day, or you can't leave it alone for one day. It's like saying that it's like going a day without eating or drinking, and I'm like, okay, that's bars. I like that. All right. Or the mentor talking about the philosophy of alchemy, and I'm like, okay, I like that. But when you have sparks like that, like ideas that you can develop entire games around. The game really is more focused on selling you that these characters and these worlds are real, and I'm over here thinking I don't care that they're not real. I care about it's a game, and when it's a game, I want to be entertained by gameplay first and foremost. But because this is a JRPG, JRPGs are like one step away from being visual novels, and visual novels are like one step away of being books. But the thing that this is like a modern JRPG, they want to be something in between a book and a visual novel, and the gameplay is like something that progresses the story, and the story is just crawling at a snail's pace to make me care about it in the first place, which is something that I cannot forgive unless I'm in that position that I have cultivated an audience that I can feel like I can be as slow as I want when it comes to introducing an idea. I cannot give this any leeway, because I know most people will not give me that leeway. That's just how people work, right? That's just not me being impatient. That's just me just being like, man, it must be nice. Me being jealous. Me saying like, yeah, that must be nice, huh? Must be nice for you can like, so you can crawl your feet, so you can get to the point that you want to get to, like 50 hours within the game, within the runtime, or 20 hours within your runtime. So that's what this game. That's it. Like, I would play this on my free time, but there's just the dialogue is a slog, honestly. What I do in the game, the combat that the game showed me, it was pretty interesting enough. We didn't, sadly. I feel like we were about to get to like the farming segment, but dude, like 90 minutes in the game, 90 minutes into the game, 90 minutes into the game, and we haven't even gotten through all of the mechanics. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious, dog? Like, no. Dude, like like this is content enough for 3 games. 3 games. Get like, say what you need to say, start, finish, bam. 90 minutes, and we're still in the tutorial land. Come on now, dude. No, dude. That's annoying. That's annoying to me. That's like the main thing that keeps me from getting into a lot of games, like a lot of JRPGs. It's like that just feels like a they're not comfortable with their gameplay loop. The story's not that, and the story. How is 5 people even listening to it on this? How are there people looking at this? There's nothing going on. I'm just ranting right now about the game. No, but like I don't know. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I don't know how, but yeah, I'm sorry you expected me to have high praises for this game. It reminds me, actually, it reminds me of a video that I watched about the issues of like modern games, of like modern games with a that wants to be more like movies, or more like visual novels, or it just doesn't want to be a video game at the end of the day. And this game just reminded me of that. Or maybe that's just like JRPGs in general. But, you know, that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Anyway, that's what I had. That's what I had planned for this stream. On Monday, I'll start playing Metaphor Refantasio, and we'll see if that that game will stick with me. Because the last game I played it didn't even stick. Okay. I think that's it. That's all. I'll check you later, Lamai. I appreciate it. I'll see if I can get this refunded for you. Later today. Later today after this stream. Anyway, take care, man. Peace.